Well, new today, President Trump claims ships are moving freely out of the Strait of Hormuz after the U.S. and Iran reached a peace deal yesterday. Now, the president says today at the G7 summit that the deal is signed, that the strait will be fully open by Friday, and there is a formal signing ceremony set for Friday in Switzerland. We have more details on that deal coming up at 4:30. Now, with this news, though, many of you might be wondering, what does this mean for me? How is this going to impact the economy and inflation here at home?
Whenever we have these situations, we bring in Tom Sutton. He is a retired political science professor at Baldwin-Wallace University. And Tom is with us now. Tom, thanks for coming in and welcome. The markets responded in a big way. They loved all this news. And the oil prices are falling quickly. But the question most of us want to know, how long will that take to trickle down to the pumps?
Well, we're already starting to see that gas went all the way up to like $4.70, then it was $4.50. I just filled up today and it was $4.14. Had my little 5-cent discount from my local provider,
right?
Which was very nice. But I think what we're going to see is there will be a continuing slide, though it will be slow, and it'll be very sensitive to any sudden changes. So this peace deal looks like it's real, given that it's being described that way.
Yeah.
But if there is a change, if there's an exchange, and the mystery one or the kind of the joker in this is Israel and what Israel does in Lebanon.
I was just going to ask you about Israel because the prime minister has come out. He's obviously against this.
Yes.
Benjamin Netanyahu says he is condemning the deal. So where does that leave Israel? Because they have no part of this deal.
Right. Israel is continuing to see Hezbollah as an enemy, as they should, and they are continuing with their campaign to try to completely wipe out Hezbollah in the same way that they did with Hamas, or tried to, in Gaza. And that makes all of this tenuous because Hezbollah is closely allied with Iran and supported by Iran. And Iran has said if Israel continues to go after Hezbollah, then the bet is off, the deal is off, and possibly this peace deal could be disrupted if we see that continue. It's a big if, because at the same time, a lot of Israel's armaments are coming from the United States, and that's the leverage President Trump has to try to keep Netanyahu from continuing these attacks on Hezbollah.
On the political calendar, we are more than 5 months out from the midterms.
Yes.
Is this soon enough for the GOP to try to maintain both the House and the Senate? How will this impact the macro picture when it comes to those elections?
So in these off-year elections, the party that's in the White House usually loses seats in the House, and we don't expect any change there this time. This is going to be, if anything, a photo finish if Republicans are able to maintain the seats and even gain a few. More than likely, we'll see the economic changes, and it's really about the communications by Republicans versus Democrats and their communications about who won, who lost, and who's to blame for where the economy is today. And if today in October is feeling okay, then that's good for the Republicans.
All right. Tom, thank you for coming in and clearing all of this up for us. It's always a complicated time.
Great to be with you both.
Good to see you,
We always
Tom.
appreciate you.
Thank you.
Thanks.